DPS or casting Rupturing Roar, which if you're not in range of one, that's what it'll do, is start casting Rupturing Roar. The Nightmare Horror requires tank swap because the Eye of Fate, you want to swap it 2 stacks. It also needs to be moved frequently that the raid does not take damage from the Nightmare Corruption Void Zones it drops on the ground every few seconds. So the Nightmare Horrors need to constantly be moving until downed. Healers need to dispel Touch of Corruption, that Nightmare Ichor stack on fixated raid members. And apparently the Ichors explode, so if it's fixating on someone, you need to the healers need to make sure that the one that they're fixated on is topped off, because they're going to take a lot of damage.
Okay, now for the Ichors that explode, you have to make sure that they explode by the eye. So this is very similar to Deathwing, where you have that ad that you have to kill to knock off the plate. Same kind of thing for this guy with the Ichors. You have to bring the Ichor to the eye, and then kill them when they're in range of the eye for them to explode and damage it. Because he has a 99%
No,
whatever damage reduction from people.
in phase 1, it has a 99% damage reduction, so the only way that it can do damage is if those Ichors blow up. It takes full damage from those, only those.
Yeah, it's marked in the journal.
Yeah. So for the Death Glare Tentacles, it requires constant attention from the DPS. They need to interrupt their casts of Mind Fillet. So that's the reason why they're top priority. Corruptor Tentacles are... they do Spew Corruption ability, causes nearby players to spawn void zones of Nightmare Corruptions. These tentacles are often in positions not far from the eye, which can make it a problem if fixating the raid members, so we need to watch out for when they fixate. It says we need to try to kill about 5 or 6 of those Ichors around the same time to do, I guess, really high damage.
I'm guessing that's how you're gonna get him into phase 2.
No, I'm good.
You want to know more about phase 2?
No, I'm guessing that's how we get him into phase 2.
Yes, I guess from this it says the kill priority for the Nightmare Ichors is more of a loose guide. What you need to aim for is 5 or 6 of them around the time. So you want to kill the initial 2 Dominator Tentacles before killing the Nightmare Ichors. Then they'll spawn by the first wave of tentacles, similar to, I guess, if you have 10 Nightmare Ichors, there are still highly priority tentacles, like Death Glare Tentacles. It is more important to clear the Ichors because healers will not be able to keep up the dispelling of Touch of Corruption.
Oh yeah, I sent you a whole bunch of shit. Did you make those yet?
I just ran out of ore.
Phase 2 is just him, us DPSing him and nothing coming up. Mostly it's just ads for the first phase and then DPSing the boss in the second phase. When to use heroism, either phase, it says use it phase 2. It says it would advise you using it for the first phase 2. So this is mostly just ads and getting the Ichors by the eye and killing them.
If you want more snap, I'll need some more true iron ore.
I can hook you up with that. Or Vanessa might be able to. Oh no, she's on her priest again.
No, I'm just moving. I'm just picking up your mail. I'm gonna go back on LNA in a second, and I can get you some of that.
No, because our guild bank that we have is full of ore, or has true iron ore.
Guys, I crashed real quick. I'm relogging in.
2 seconds.
For everyone, it says stay away from the corruptor tentacles so they cannot target you with the spew corruption.
Is your true creator.
So does Rangers have to kill him then?
Players hit by spew of corruption need to move out of the raid and drop their nightmare corruption void zones away from the raid members. Says watch out for the ground slams from the Dominator tentacles, so they'll be doing slams, so everybody needs to watch out for those. And it doesn't really say what to who focuses on what, but I think it's just going down the order of priority, which is Death Glare tentacles, Corruptor tentacles, Nightmare Ichors, Dominator tentacles, and Nightmare horrors. Okay, here you start the fight with 2 Dominators on each side of the eye. 20 seconds into the fight, Death Glare tentacles spawn to one of the Dominator tentacles. 70 seconds into the fight, Nightmare horrors spawn. 90 seconds into the fight, 2 Death Glare tentacles, 2 Corruptor tentacles spawn in random places next to the eye, and 180 Corruptor tentacles and more Corruptor tentacles and Death Glare spawn.
So am I taking one of the...
Yes. Nobody should be DPSing the eye, because it's not going to take any damage from you.
Too far away.
Swap.
I've got something fixated on me, so I can't do anything.
You have to run him to the eye.
We have to interrupt these mind flays from the Death Glare tentacles, so whoever can interrupt them needs.
There is no true iron ore in the guild bank.
I'm at 3 stacks.
I took him to the eye and he didn't drop.
Rejoice. The end comes soon.
Yeah, because when you're fixated, you're supposed to take them to the eye and then kill them, and then they explode in front of the eye.
Yeah, the big red circles you see constantly exploding are what deals damage to the eye.
So I took him up to the eye. Could somebody help me kill him, please?
Yeah, who's on kill duty?
We're all dead, so...
Okay, the priority of the ads is Doesn't matter what you're attacking, you need to kill the Death Glares first, the Corruptors next, the Nightmare Ickers third, and then the Dominators and the Nightmare Horrors. The Death Glares need to be interrupted for their mindfully.
Why don't you type the priority in chat so at least we have it somewhere on our screen? Because if you think I'm gonna write that shit down on a piece of paper dedicated to memory, you're probably high as fuck.
I done forgot like one of the names. Actually, all of the names.
Well, that's what I mean. Like, it's great that we know the priorities, you tell them to us, but we don't have them in front of our face. No one's calling anything out, so...
I like that snap.
It just looks like a giant paddle.
Got another mythic quest from my order hall. And a pet.
Tanks are taking the Nightmare Horrors.
When the Nightmare Ickers explode, I assume they do damage to us as well. Is that true?
Yes. Yes. That's the red circle that you see that people keep killing them by the eye. All you gotta do is jump out of the circle before it explodes, and it deals damage to only the eye.
Alright, I think we should take the horror over to one of the tentacles then, so that it can get cleaved.
On that,
Or spewing some stuff out at all? Like, does he do a breath?
Who?
that nightmare horror, that eye beam that gives us the stacks.
I have
The
faith
other
in.
tank can't be near it when he casts it, or you're gonna get it no matter what.
Alright, well, how about I take this right side over here, you take that left side over there. Just be close to the tentacles, and then we'll pull the horror back and forth.
Okay. Yeah, because I was standing in front of you when he did it, and then I got it again.
Alright, I can't see chat, by the way, because I got it scrolled up on this add priority.
The tanks are the Dominators and the Nightmares. Everything else I don't think you can tank. I think they're just free.
Alright.
Are we gonna try to do
I
all
don't need
four
to.
tonight?
Yes. Alright, try to call stuff out and vent. Other than that, leave it open for us to communicate.
Five, 4, 3, 2.
We'll focus down the left Dominator first. Switch to the other one.
Death Glare Tentacle on the right.
If you've got the Ichors on you, just bring them to the boss.
I'm out of range.
Can we take care of that last Ichor that's on me, please?
I have the whore. Oh, you got the whore. Let me know when you get to the next.
What is he,
Sorry, I
guys?
didn't see you grab.
Corruptors are out.
Death Glare.
On it.
We need to get these Death Glares out.
I can't interrupt him, my interrupt's down.
Taunt him.
I'm at 2 taunt.
I need a target. It's too far away.
Let's get down this Nightmare Horror.
Taunt.
I need to get closer.
There's a Death Glare Tentacle.
I'll get the next interrupt.
I'll take the one after that.
I got the next one if someone doesn't get it.
Take the next one.
The end comes soon.
You should be going into phase 2 in a second.
I'm out of range.
I think we gotta finish off these Corruptor Tentacle.
Actually, no, you could just jump right in and start DPSing him.
What are people with Cursed Blood supposed to do?
Move away. Here's some other people.
Yeah.
Cursed Blood, get out of the middle.
Yeah, no, I got no heals on that one, so I died.
There were a lot of circles.
Every blow struck at us.
Gotta be out with this before the
Paid 1,000-fold. 3, 2,
Get out, get out, get out.
out! You are not yet worthy.
Two Dominator Tentacle. Get the skull first. Death Glare Tentacle. You guys
Well,
need to
that's
switch
it.
to them.
No, stop. Get off.
Can't interrupt.
Switch to the other death glare.
And then after the Death Glare, switch to the Dominators.
I think those Dominators need to be killed as soon as possible because they wreck us.
I think the death glares are higher on the priority, but the dominators are second, right?
Not even. It's Death Glare, Corruptor, Nightmare Acres, then Dominator, and then Nightmare Horror after that.
Dominators are way down there. Dominators are second to last.
Yep.
I don't know, but they're wrecking us.
Alright, so here's the thing that I noticed, because I was on the only one on that right side. There needs to be at least 2 people that can dispel on a death, whatever the hell it's called. A death glare.
Is that the right side or the left side?
I was on right, and I was the only one there, and that's why I couldn't get the second
Yeah,
one.
there was more people on the left side. There's only like 2 on the left side. Most of the DPS were dead.
At the end, yeah. But even like about, oh god, before we pushed into phase 2, I was alone on the right side against a Death Glare, and I've got 1 kick, and it's only my kick that interrupts. My gouge and stuff just don't work.
Okay, so here's what I suggest we should do. We should split up in groups and take sides. Because I mean, they all set add on one side, so.
We need them down as soon as possible, so focusing them down is good. We can have 2 people go to the other one and just interrupt over there, but we can't have more than that because we need to focus them down as soon as possible.
Yeah,
Splitting it
do
will
like,
have them. Splitting them will have them up way too long.
Heisenberg, Kadam, are you guys alright with interrupts?
I actually just switched spec to see if my kidney shot will work as another stun, because gouge doesn't work.
It's probably not going to work. It's
No,
gotta
stuns
it's
don't
probably
work.
just gonna have to be a kick.
No, but that's it. So kick is usually an interrupt, but like cheap shot is either a interrupt or a stun. So it usually works the same way as kick. Gouge doesn't. It's not the same kind of thing. So I'm gonna try it. We'll see what happens. Might give me another interrupt, but it's still got a long cooldown.
Okay, well, with that, then we'll have Kadam and Heisenberg go on the right one when it spawns, and everybody else should be on the left side. Kill it as soon as possible.
Is that good, or do y'all need 3 people over there? Just stop.
Nah, I don't think that they'll need 3, because if they do, they'll call it out, and somebody will, one of the DKs can just interrupt it from a distance, since their interrupt is a 20-yard interrupt.
Well, how often does it cast Mind Flay?
Pretty often.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Doesn't say how many seconds.
You could probably normally get 2 interrupts off, so if theirs are on cooldown, all they gotta do is say something, and one of us will be able to get over there.
We just need to, let's Google how often he casts it, and then set the appropriate amount of people over there.
I think if we can get our rotation on interrupts down between 2 of us, it shouldn't be too bad. If my cheap shot works, I don't think it'll be an issue, but...
Well, we can always just give it a try and see where it goes.
Well, we can toss 3 over there just in case, to be on the safe side. I mean, we've got enough DPS.
I'm Googling it right now.
Take my potion, snap.
We should go summon.
Fine, you don't want.
I have 60 of them. I don't need them.
Oh, okay.
we go summon the pally?
I'm flying there right now. Won't be too long.
Come on, Angela. So good.
Her heart is a crater, and we have filled it.
It says in Wowhead that the Death Glare tentacles can be stunned, but when I used mine, it had no effect.
Yeah, what you're trying to cleanse is the stare, the gaze. It pops up showing that it can be decursed or dispelled. It can't.
Upon this iris.
Yeah.
It is a portal that leads to Moonblade. But
Plus,
the
I think
way
one of the
is
buttons on my
concealed
mouse isn't
by
working too well.
dark magic. We must sever the tendrils of power that bind it. From each of these pathways, a palpable evil emanates. Choose a course, and know that I will stand with you.
It's pretty much we're just staying away from the corruptor tentacles so they don't spew corruption. So if you see them off like where they were last time, don't go anywhere near them if you can.
When we were inside, what were the orange circles that were overlapping that killed like 5 people?
That was probably the Ickers blowing up.
No.
Oh, those. Okay, let me find out. Didn't really say anything about that.
Cursed blood infects players with blood with nightmare energy, inflicting 175,000 damage, shadow damage every 2 seconds for 8 seconds. When it ends, the players will detonate, inflicting 740,000 to 860,000 shadow damage to players within 11 yards.
I don't know how we stop that from being overlapping. It's a very
You
small
just have
room.
It doesn't matter if you're, as long as you're 11 yards away from each other, DBM pops up with a radar. As long as you're not on top of anybody else, it won't be a problem.
Here we go. Once he's brought to 0 health, it didn't. I had to search for this in another page. He starts casting Dark Reconstruction. This is a 50-second cast, at the end of which he kills everyone still present in the room. This means that you have 50 seconds to kill him, otherwise you'll have to go through phase 1 again. In addition to Dark Reconstruction, he casts Cursed Blood every 15 seconds. This targets a number of raid members between 2 and 6 depending on the size. For 8 seconds they take low shadow damage every 2 seconds. When this effect ends, they detonate, dealing high shadow damage to all players within 11 yards. Finally, if you have extra Nightmare Ickers spawn in phase 1, any remaining ones will keep following their targets once the eye is dead. If these players are all enter the chamber in rapid session, the Nightmare Ickers will explode and deal very high damage, so we need to kill them before we go in.
It says, I'm reading some stuff about it. It says on phase 1 we shouldn't kill the Ickers until we have multiple ones and we can AoE them down.
Yeah.
So it's
also,
saying like for this part you'll have 2 Dominators at the start. You kill the 2 Dominators and the 1 Death Glare that'll come out. That will create 6 Ickers because they spawn. You get 2 Ickers for every tentacle that's killed and 4 Ickers for every Nightmare Horde that is killed. So you should kill the 2 Dominators and the Death Glare and then bring the Ickers to the center to AoE them down.
And with that,
and
it
then
says
you'll get a Whore and like 2 more tentacles. You kill the Whore and the other 2 tentacles, then you bring the Ickers to the center again and AoE them down.
any tentacles left alive at the end of phase 1 will continue to cast their abilities. So we've got to try to kill all the tentacles as quick as possible before we enter phase 2.
Yeah, it does
Well,
say
if we follow the
at the bottom. It does say
we follow the thing where we kill the tentacles and then bring the bloods in to AoE them down. We shouldn't have any when we get them into phase 2. It'll basically be 4 sets of Ickers on them to get them into phase 2. So if you plan it right, kill the tentacles and then immediately bring the 4th group over there and burn them down. You won't have any tentacles or Ickers up when you go in the room.
Yeah, the strat on
just
Icy Vein says that in phase 2, keep players outside to finish off the tentacles and Nightmare Ickers if there's still some stuff up.
I think the only tentacles you don't need to worry about are the corruptors, because they can't really do anything if you're out of range.
And then that ad that we were fighting light, I think we were supposed to be moving him around, and they say to kind of move him around over here on the outsides, like this, where I'm running, not towards the middle where the tentacles and stuff are. And then still just swap it 2 stacks.
One of us would just have to stay behind him every time or something.
So the
Yeah,
way
well,
we're gonna
we can just, you and I can just go, and like you said, we'll just run him around, and one of us will go behind him, and then when we swap, we'll just both be right there.
So the way we're gonna do this is to kill the 2 dominators, and then the other 2 after that, and then AOE down the Ickers, right?
No, we'll kill the 2 dominators, and while we're fighting those dominators, a death glare is going to spawn. So we'll kill those 2 dominators and then a death glare. During that time, if you get fixated, just kite the ad around. So for example, they move kind of slow. So let's say I have one. You could fight this guy for...
Oh,
I just pulled it,
nice
sorry.
check.
Run out, run out.
Oh dear.
Just keep running, it'll stop eventually. Or we'll die.
We'll die.
The pain of flesh is fleeting. True torture
Sigh.
lasts forever.
Hurry up and kill me already. Jesus.
Roars loudly when not being melee attacked, inflicting 1,700.
Yes.
178,000 damage.
Yeah, when they're not being attacked, that's what they do.
What does who do when they're not being attacked?
The Dominators, if no one's within range of the Dominators and they're not being tanked, they will do pretty much like anything else. When they're supposed to be tanked, they will do a roar or something like that, and it deals damage raid-wide until tanked.
They don't have to be tanked, they just have to have a melee on them.
Yeah, they have to have something at least aggro them.
No, it has to be a melee range. It can't be a hunter or a balance druid. It has to be somebody melee.
Well, that's what I mean, yeah. That's what I meant.
So yeah, like while we're off fighting the whore and kiting him around, a melee has to go just melee it. Alright, so let me explain this again without getting too close. So let's say you're fighting this guy, and then the Icker's getting really close to you. You should just be able to run over to this guy and fight him for a while the Icker's running back to you. Ranged people can obviously just kite it around. And then we're gonna do a nuke phase on the Ickers in the center, so that's something that we'll have to call out to tell everybody, you know, hey, let's go to the center and nuke down the Ickers.
And we have filled it.
Ready?
It was saying each Icker does 5% damage to the eye.
Yep, takes 20 of them. About four groups of them is what it'll take to get them down. 3 if you get a weird combination of them.
So we're focusing down the left side on Dominators and then the right side.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
At last, the feeding hour.
Death glare.
Release your grip on hope.
I just wasted my...
Dispels, man.
Alright,
Holy shit.
pull the Ickers to the middle, and nuke them down.
Don't kill them before they get to the center. Don't stand in it.
I'm out of range.
Two death glares right side.
Swap.
Take him, Jack.
We need to kill these corruptors on the left side.
After the tentacles nuke down the nightmare.
Get closer. It's too far away.
Swap.
I'm out of range.
Don't stand in front of him, guys.
If you're being fixated, be sure to keep moving.
Easy for a melee DPS to say.
Take him, Jack.
Yeah.
I need to get closer. It's too far away.
Can we get rid of this Ichor that's on the healer? Like, that's all I ask.
Yeah, that's my problem, is I had that thing on me and I couldn't get out.
Same here.
Death glare.
I have two. Nuke down those Ickers.
Can we get a battle res on the healer?
I'm out of range. I don't have a target. I need to get closer.
Take him, Jack.
I'm out of range.
Switch.
I don't have a target.
We're not. People are getting spew corruption, aren't they?
I need to get closer.
Death glare right side.
Yeah, I just died from speed corruption again.
Alright, let's wipe it up. Just wipe. I learned a couple things though, so we'll talk about it.
It's too far away.
Your light sputters out.
Alright, I think we were mistaken on how the Nightmare Horror needs to get tanked. So we're supposed to pull them up there. I just misread it. We're supposed to pull them up there and kind of face them right into the wall so that that beam he shoots out goes into the wall. And then basically the same thing we were doing. One of us stands behind him while the other one stands in front of him, and then we just switch like that. Or you can kind of do like a like an angle thing. That would actually be even better, then we don't have to move. Like you stand off to the right, I stand off to the left as we switch, then you'll just kind of face the other way.
It says they need to be moved because it drops those void zones.
Well,
So
it's
I'm not
not,
sure.
it doesn't, it's not doing that.
Yeah, the void zones were those purple things that were all over the ground.
Yeah.
Yeah, well they're not dropping where he's standing though.
Yeah, he's shooting them anywhere, and then his range.
Yeah, we had them back here the entire time, and up there in front of the boss was littered with them. So they're definitely not where he's standing. I think it just means you got to move him if he happens to spawn one where you're standing.
The corruptor tentacles drop those things too. So.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, it says the nightmare horrors they do seeping corruption while nightmare horrors are alive. They periodically create pools of nightmare corruption underneath them. I don't think you've got to constantly move them, but when they spawn one, you just move it out of the way, so everybody's not standing in it. That's pretty much all it is.
Yeah, so it says like just face him up to the wall over there, so we'll just move him around if it happens to be where we're standing or where people are behind him would be standing.
Yeah.
The Ickers, it sounds like we're supposed to try to burn them down when there's about 5 or 6 of them.
The only thing is when they get on the healers, we get screwed over.
Yeah, can we come up with a solution to deal with that?
I mean, you can still just kill that one. I mean...
So,
well,
when you first...
I don't think you want to waste one, though.
Okay.
It's got to die up there by the eye.
When you first explained the fight, I thought what you said is that you want to have a bunch of them to kill all at the same time right before he phases. Otherwise, they can be killed one at a time up to then.
So, for the Nightmare Ickers, it says kill them with priority if healers cannot keep up with Touch of Corruption dot that they apply. But all that does is, when you kill them by the eye, they do 5% damage. So if we kill one that's by the healer, not by the eye, we're losing 5% damage on the eye. But if the healer has one on them, there's nothing stopping you from going to the eye and having someone kill it, so that it's just gone and off of you. You don't absolutely have to have them grouped up, it just feels, I guess, faster.
And
yeah, I don't mind going to the eye.
What we're asking
just have one person kill it.
Yeah, healers, if you get one and you need it off you, go up to the eye, call it out, we'll kill it. The main reasons for not just killing them every time they come out is it just doesn't leave any time to burn anything else down. You'll just spend the entire fight killing Ickers and we'll get overwhelmed with tentacles. So yeah, I would say if you, we're not going to be able to watch the healers and see if you have an eye on you, so if you get one on you, just take it up to the eye and then call out that you have one, and then people can kill it.
Okay, we can try it this way. It says we aim for 5 or 6 of them around the same time, so the first 2 Dominators we kill after those Ickers spawn, we need to take them to the eye and burn them down. So it's pretty much like after every set of tentacles, we burn them down. There should only be like 2 Dominators, then 2 of the glare ones, and then 2 Dominators, I think.
No, I think there's like 3 per like set of tentacle. So like there'll be 2 Dominators, but it says the Death Glare is going to spawn shortly after, about 10 seconds after the fight starts.
It also says that, let's see, it says, you will want to kill the initial 2 Dominators before killing the Ickers by the first wave of tentacles. Simultaneously, you want 10, if you have 10 Nightmare Ickers and there are still higher priority tentacles like Death Glare tentacles, it is more important to clear those Nightmare Ickers because healers will not be able to keep up. So, if there's too many Ickers, the priority goes to those Ickers. Like I think we were having way too many of those Ickers up. The last attempt we did. So we need to manage the amount that we do. I would probably say roughly what they said, maybe 5. Not many more than that.
But the issue for us isn't just Ickers casting Touch of Corruption. It's the Icker chasing us around and us having to stand under the boss for extended periods of time with things blowing up all around us. You know, it's okay to get in there and get out, but can't stay there.
Yeah.
So if you want one off you, just take it up to the eye and then call it out.
Yep.
So I would say after these Dominator Tentacles, DPS the Ichors down. And then we'll just watch the amount of Ichors that are out, and then we'll just DPS AoE them down by the eye accordingly on how many we've got. We'll
I
figure
found a
that
pretty
out.
good video that shows what to do.
Alright, let's try it and we'll watch a video after this.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
At last, the feeling hour. I'm out of range. I need a target.
Got an Ichor on me.
Death Glare.
We need to get these Ichors down.
Yeah, you get them down and kill them quick.
It's too far away.
They can be stunned and death gripped.
Should just be killed in front of the boss.
Yeah. If you gotta keep going in and out, kill them, do it. Everybody should be on the Nightmare Horror.
I got an Ichor on me.
Right up to the boss.
Watch out for these Death Glare, Corruptor
Death Glare.
tentacles.
Swap.
I need a mind flame, thank you.
I got 2. Take them as soon as yours drop.
Shauna, Zer's fixated, I'm at the bar. Oh, I got Spew Corruption on me too.
We need to kill the Corruptor by the eye.
Take
After
them when they
this,
drop.
after this Corruptor, let's kill the Ichors.
2 seconds.
We need to try to get the
We burn down the
Ichors
whore.
closer. Everybody should be on the horror now.
It's a much better attempt, by the way.
We need to watch out. We need to make sure we down this guy first before we transition in phase 2.
Take them when you can. Look. Death Glare.
Death Glare.
I got the next center up.
After this Death Glare, we need to kill the Corruptors and then the Ichors.
Zer's got an Ichor on him.
One Corruptor's all we needed to down. Now we should just kill the Ichors.
It might phase.
It'll phase us when we get enough.
Keep
We
burning
only
down the
gotta kill
Ichors.
2 more.
Pull them into the boss.
Bring him to the
Pull 'em
boss,
into the boss,
please.
not too far away. Be bad if we have another glare.
Death Glare.
Dominator.
Stop.
We gotta kill this Death Glare.
Zer's got
Don't
a
kill an
Ichor on
Ichor in
again.
front of the boss.
After this, kill all the Ichors. Kill the Ichor that's left out here. Watch out for the
Run out if you
corruption.
get the circle.
I'm out of range.
Every blow struck at our heart will be repaid 1,000-fold.
Everybody should be heading out right now. If you're in there when it goes off, you're dead.
Alright, I have a better thing for when we get the blood on us.
Dominators.
When we go in there, we should all get on one side. If you have the blood, go to the other side. And kinda
Anybody
spread out
within
the-
your range still takes the damage, so if you have, there should be 4 to 6 people, you won't be able to spread out enough.
Now let's
Yeah,
talk about this after the fight. Switch to the death glare.
For real, guys, we're about to win.
Two
so
death
let's not
glare.
worry about that.
It's too far away.
Just down the Dominators and then kill the Ichors.
I have an ad on me. I'm in front of the eye.
Get this Dominator down and then we'll go burn all the Ichor.
Hey, you're standing in corruption, dude. Run.
Yeah, I just
Pull all the Ichors up. Make sure you don't kill them unless they're in front of the boss.
I'm out of range.
Can we get this Ichor off Zerg, please? In front of the boss.
So much corruption, I can't get at him.
Yeah, there's those corruptors are up over there. Just wipe it up.
I'm gonna bring my druid.
You know, one of the things we're losing the most people to is the corruption, and if we don't keep those people up, we're going to constantly lose DPS, and that's huge on this.
Yeah, they come from the corrupted tentacles. There were 3 of them
We
up
need-
over on the right side that were just shooting that stuff all over the place.
Right? No, I understand that. I'm just saying, like, when somebody gets speed corruption, we just need to really get a lot of heals on that person. I don't care who it is, because otherwise we're losing people left and right because of that.
Wanna watch that video, Jack?
We did better that time.
Yeah, it was a lot better. What's the name of the video? Because I can't copy out of chat.
Just go into the events chat and I'll link.
So, like he was saying, is we need to make sure that those corruptors are down as well.
What did we get the actual guy when we went inside? What did we get him down to?
We got him down to 59%.
I think I read if we have to do it in 2 phases. If it goes past that, there's like a wipe mechanic.
Well, so every time we come out of there, he spawns more tentacles each wave. So the white mechanic is the 3rd time you come out of there, there'll just be way more tentacles than we can manage.
Hop in the.
This guy
chat
is a
chat.
DPS boss. DPS check. Depends on how
Research on one on
quickly.
YouTube.
Tabit, depends on how quickly the tentacles are going down. That's what the issue is. If they're not going down fast enough, splitting may cause it where we won't be able to down them fast at all.
The one I was watching was Ilagoth 2-minute tips, normal / heroic. It's by Line of Sight Gaming.
I found it. I was watching Fat Boss, but I switched to this.
This video says that Dominators are top priority, then Corruptors, Death Glare.
So Dominators become priority on heroic or greater difficulty.
He said as long as there's interrupts for the Death Glares, then they should be considered a low priority.
So like I was saying, there's plenty of room in that room that you don't have to run out.
Alright. But yeah, like you were saying, inside the room, you don't have to run out of the room, you just have to run to the edge of the room. Just enough so your circle's not on other people. Yeah, the video's saying that the Dominators take top priority, just because of how much damage they do. And it stacks, so it gets worse the longer you're fighting them for. We seem to handle them okay, probably because it's normal. So I wouldn't say they're like absolute top priority, but they're definitely up there. The Corruptors are the next biggest priority, and when the Corruptors are out, we need to make sure that nobody is standing up by the eye. So we really can't kill any Ickers while the Corruptors are up, because they're going to put the corruption down in front of the eye, and then we won't have space to kill our Ickers up there.
I think that's where we fucked up last time with those guys.
Yeah. So I would say, since Light and I can handle the Dominators a little better, again, probably because it's normal, I would put our priority at Corruptors, then Dominators, and then Death Glares. Death Glares need to die, but as long as they're being interrupted, we can hold off for a while on them.
That's it. They absolutely have to have somebody on them to interrupt, or two people on them to interrupt. But once that's there, everybody else can focus the other guys.
So I would say Kadam and Heisenberg on one, and then two demon hunters on the other one, and then the corruptors first, and then the death glares.
Can 2 people interrupt those things? I think it needs 3.
No, I think 2 can do it.
Oh, 2 can do it. Well, how about we Kadem, I'll throw you assist. Do you have a macro for a raid symbol at all?
What?
Do you have like a macro to here? Let me find you one. So what I'm going to propose is that you and Heisenberg take one of the eyes, but you're going to need to throw a symbol on it, and then Themis and Fall, are you guys all right for the other eye?
Yeah, I got
Or
it.
who's good with interrupts, and then if you guys take another eye, but you're going to need to throw a symbol on it, or I don't know, if you guys can coordinate it enough to call out left and right, that would be fine as well, if you don't want to put a symbol on it.
But it's just sometimes they come
But
up like
a macro.
they come up like right next to each other, like they did a while ago. So it's gonna be they're not always like right side, left
That's
side,
why
right?
I was thinking symbol. That's why I was thinking symbol.
Hey,
So
Jack,
you
y'all
could
are
make
getting
a.
bad mouth.
Who?
Jack, Kadam, Tabert, Heisenberg.
Oh, I don't really care. Here, we'll do easy. Reported for language. Now he's on my interrupt list. So, the macro to make a raid symbol, I can type it out if you want to make a macro real quick.
I mean, you really don't even have to do that. If you go into your the WoW settings, you click key bindings. You can go down to target markers. You can assign a skull, cross.
Oh, there you
square.
go.
Wait, where?
Yeah, that'd be easier.
Where's that?
In your key bindings.
So yeah, how about Kadam and Heisenberg? Why don't you guys use like a circle, and Themis and Fall, why don't you guys use a square? You only have to mark them if there's 2 up, so you guys know who's who.
Okay, I've got the square assigned.
Alright, well I guess if you mark yours with square, then the other one can just be the one with no marker. I guess there's no sense in marking both of them. So, no matter what, when Destructors come out, Themis, you and Fall will switch to it. If there's 2 Destructors, then Kadam and Heisenberg, you guys are going to get on the non-marked ones. No matter what's up. Other than that, everybody else, you guys will have the priority of Corruptors, then Dominators, then Destructors, and then that Horror. Now, outside of the entire priority system, we will need to identify when we have too many Ickers to handle and then stop and just burn them down quickly. So healers, like if you get an Icker on you, if you can kite it around, that's good. If you're having trouble with it, then take it up to the eye and call it out. It's best if you can kite it, just so we don't have to pull people off of our priorities to kill it, but again, we want you alive, so if you can't handle it, then call it out. That being said,
it's not the damage on us, it's the inability to heal you if we're kiting. I mean,
yeah, so
except
like
for Cal, but
like Angela, I don't know if you can root one of them, but if you could root yours, you could run away. Or if you guys have any other slows, that's fine. But if it's on you, then it's on you. Take it to the eye and call it out, and we'll kill it.
No, I got my root already.
I would say the priority on the Ickers, if we're not AoEing them down, needs to be mostly the healers. The DPS will be low. Everybody, even Blizzard has stated that on this boss, your DPS is going to be low.
I'm not worried about DPS in terms of damage meters and stuff. It's just when you gotta stop attacking a priority target to go kill an Icker and then come back, you're not killing the priority target. So it's doing its thing that makes it a priority to kill. For example, if we stop killing Corruptors to go kill Ickers, then they're going to be spewing stuff all over the floor that's not going to go away.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
So yeah, like I said, if you want them off, you call it out, but try to at least handle it as long as you can. Like if you notice there's a lot of acres up and there's a burn phase coming up, then maybe you can hold out for 5-10 seconds to burn them down. If you get one on you right after the burn phase, then yeah, obviously you're not going to be able to kite the thing around for 30 seconds, so just call it out and we'll kill it. If worst comes to worst, just kill it where it stands.
Who pissed in this guy's cereal that's calling like half our guild out in general chat?
Wow,
no,
I just reported him for language.
No, it's either
Yeah,
an
he's
add-on
like.
or a macro.
Yeah, I don't know, but they're apparently he reported Jack, Kalendra, Kadam, Tabert, Eisenberg a few times.
Oh, I don't care. He
I
didn't
think
report it, so
everybody's
he
seeing
wouldn't be
their
able to
own
link our
stuff.
names.
I was just wondering
Yeah,
if he was a
he's-
disgruntled former guildie or something.
Yeah,
No,
I didn't
like
recognize the name. Just
I
report
think
him.
everybody that's in here sees their own names in their own raid because everybody's talking about
Exactly.
it. It's an add-on.
Yeah, it's just people trolling. You report them for spamming or something, and then it'll put them on your ignore list and you won't see it anymore.
I keep hearing like a teardrop on Twitch every fucking 10 seconds. It's driving me fucking nuts.
Kadam's crying.
Totally.
Alright, does everybody remember what we talked about?
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
At last, the feeling power. It's too far away. I need to get closer.
After this Dominator, let's burn Ickers. There's a Death Glare out. Themis should be on that with Fall.
He's already dead.
Got 4 cleanses we need.
Alright, let's burn
Yeah,
Ickers.
there's a cooldown on cleanses. Don't worry about it.
I'm out of range. It's too far away.
Get him a little closer to the eye. Horror's out.
If there's another Death Glare, Kadam and Heisenberg can grab him.
Out of range.
Don't stand in front of the Horror. There's a Corruptor out. Switch to the Corruptor.
There's one.
There's
on
a
both
couple
sides.
of them out.
There's 2 Death Glares.
Interrupt the Death Glares until the Corruptors are down. After all those tentacles, you guys will have to do an Icker burn phase.
Grab him, Jack.
Let's burn the Ickers.
I need to get closer. I'm out of range. I need to get closer. It's too far away.
Take the Horror. Pull him back a little bit and let's everybody switch to the Horror. We should be able to burn him down now.
Death glares up.
Corruptor. Finish off the whore. Switch to corruptors. Kill that death glare, and then we need to burn Ickers. This will send the boss into his next phase. Get him closer to the
Before anybody goes in there, kill all the Ickers.
Don't pop hero till we get in there.
Crap.
Alright, everybody in. Pop all your cooldowns, we have to get them to at least 50%.
Everybody should be heading out.
4, 3,
Everyone out.
2, 1. Out! You are not yet worthy.
Dominator.
I got caught at the wall. I don't know if we want to blow battle res on me.
Death glare.
Interrupts go to death glares, everyone else stay on the dominator.
It's too far away.
After dominators, we'll do an Icker burn phase.
Corruptors off to the side, we have 3 of them.
Go, switch to corruptors, everyone switch to corruptor.
I'm out of range.
I cannot see any of you with spew on you. There's an Icker at the eye. Can you take care of it?
Mine too.
I need to get closer.
You guys gotta burn Ickers.
Holy cow, the cleanses.
I'm out of range.
Yeah, I got that interrupt before I died.
Can you get some of these Ickers off of me?
Can you take him, Jack?
It's too far away.
Alright, wipe it out.
I need to get closer.
Welcome, death. Do not
Alright, so somebody may disagree with me, but that was going well. In my opinion, where it went bad is in the second phase 1, we were fighting those dominators. Death glares came out, and everybody switched to the death glares. That shouldn't have happened. We should have stayed on the dominators. The interrupt groups should have went to the death glares. We would have killed the dominators, burned the Ickers, and then switched to the death glares. But since we killed the death glares first, and then came back and killed the dominators, there were way too many Ickers out. So remember, the death glares are not the priority. The interrupt groups will switch to them right away, but the whole raid should not be switching to them. I mean, other than that, the fight seemed to be going pretty well.
Oh, we got to keep an eye on those corruptors too, because there was still a lot of shit getting dropped in front. So.
I don't want to talk blasphemy, but do y'all want to try a different boss?
Well, I personally don't. I'd rather, you know, we're making progress on this guy, so I'd hate to just stop and go somewhere else.
I mean, I understand the progression and everything, but like, of time stakes, like, we spent an hour already on this boss. If we're trying to get all 4 done, if we can try to get the other 3, we could always come back and improve on what we're doing. But I do understand that, like, we're getting progression, so we could end up killing it this time.
Yeah. Well, we can't do the other 4 bosses until we kill this one. I think we could do one other boss and we'd have to come back to this one.
Oh, okay. Well, I was just trying to say it just that way. Like,
I
next
think
week...
the only other one that we can do is Rinferal. And that's the bird and spider boss. I think that's the only other one we can do. Because we've already downed Ursoc, we've downed Dragons of Nightmare, and the first dragon boss. The only other 2 that we can do is this one and the Rinferal, which either one, both are going to be pretty intense because they have a lot of adds in them. And I don't think we can do Cenarius until we down these 2.
Yeah, Cenarius can't go down until we down this guy and the other one. I don't know, I would say we make another attempt on this guy at least. I mean, we basically just had 1 screw up on that last fight. 1 major screw up. I mean, obviously there were many minor screw ups.
It's too far away.
Yes, Tabard, that's where a group of them have been spawning each phase, or each time we've done an attempt. I don't know why, but they're supposed to be random, but for some reason they keep spawning over there.
It is timed, by the way, Tabert. But everything's based off like when you start the phase, I believe. It's not timed like throughout the fight. Like it won't spawn during phase 2. But it should be the same tentacles coming up in the same order every time, kind of on a timer. So like phase 1 is like your 2 dominators, then a death glare, and then I think you get corruptors and death glare, and then you get your horror and death glare. I think. Hang on. So, I think one of our heals needs to switch to DPS. We're just a little unbalanced. Angela has already switched to DPS, but just throwing it out there to the other heals if there was a different one that wanted to.
I can do that.
Yeah, let's go ahead and do that.
Actually, 2 is not enough for the, whatever they call fucking glares.
To what?
2 interrupts. The 3rd interrupt was coming up, and mine was on cooldown, and so was Timus.
Alright, so do we need, were the groups going fine other than just not having a 3rd interrupt?
Yeah. It would be good if we can have like another DPS in the groups, or I don't know about the other group, but at least if we can put 3 and 3 and get them down really fast, 2 interrupts would be fine.
Let me look. Wet, are you alright with joining one of the interrupt teams?
Sorry, what's that?
Would you be able to join the interrupt team of Themis and Themis and Fall?
For what, the corruptors?
The destructors.
Yeah, I can try it. I mean, I've been trying to interrupt every chance I get anyway.
What it would mean is you would be a dedicated interrupt that would have to switch to the destructors, even if everyone else is on a different priority target.
Like I said, I can try it. The only thing I'll let you know is I've been lagging tonight, and so, but I'll give my best.
That's fine.
All right.
We'll go me, Foul, and then you. So if you can't get it, we'll only miss it by a few seconds. By the time it starts casting, maybe 1 or 2 ticks will get off, and then we'll interrupt it.
Hopefully, with an extra DPS on it, we'll kill it before it even gets to the
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good point.
And then once ours is down and there's a second one up, we need to switch to the other guys. If theirs are still up, so we can down it as soon as possible too.
Quick punch, are you ready?
I think he crashed.
I think he's loving his boyfriend right now.
You?
We don't judge in this guild.
I didn't say we judged. So I was just trying to be truthful.
Didn't Snap's macro run somebody off one time?
I remember that.
Yeah. Yeah,
Somebody quit.
Demas was a cross-dresser.
And we all played along with it.
Well, quick jab's bad for both sides, so it's alright.
Is he still in vent? I heard somebody log out of that. Was that quick?
Yeah, it's just Battle.net just.
He lives in a
put it offline.
He lives in a third
He's
world
in Puerto
country.
Rico, so unfortunately they had like a major power.
Are we gonna? Do we want to give him a second?
Yeah, we can give him a second, but chances are he just has to go outside and corral the donkeys and get them back in order.
Just running a wheel for a while.
I almost threw a pizza.
Change the hamster.
I was gonna say, go out
Well,
and whip the
yesterday's
kid.
issue was they ran out of carrots, so he had to go get more carrots.
Yeah, once the hamster's no good running on the wheel, it becomes dinner that night, and they get a new hamster.
They don't have hamsters there. They only have donkeys.
Oh, donk. Well, you could eat a donkey.
Yeah, they've got to tape a plunger to their forehead and have a carrot dangling over their face, so they just start running after it.
Dude, that was my favoriteest trinket available. A fucking carrot on a
Oh,
stick.
carrot on a stick? I remember that. I had mine in my bank forever, and I don't know what happened to it. Did they get rid of that item?
Yeah, they removed it from the game.
Well, I kept mine forever, and it would just, I can't remember what it did, but it became like hunter ammo, where it just didn't work anymore, but you could still actually have the item. And then one day it was just gone.
It made your mount go faster.
I know, I missed that thing.
Increase or something like that.
Yeah, but you had to have it equipped in your trinket slot.
Welcome back. Did you have to go get some carrots?
It increases mount speed by 3%.
Sorry about that, my PC restarted.
Oh, I thought I heard the trade.
They were asking if you got more carrots.
Yeah.
Nah, my PC decided to restart on me.
Well, that's embarrassing.
What?
Kadam, if you go to fucking post this somewhere, can you edit out your chat box?
Possibly.
You just thought about that too, didn't you?
Just a little conversation on the side there.
So I hear, Wet Hot Kitty was ripping on me while I was gone.
He was.
Yeah, he was saying how often you have to go get more carrots for your donkeys.
I was going to make one other comment too, I almost forgot. When we get to the eye phase, if we have like one Ichor up or even two, I think we could just run in the room and let them come in with us. I mean, we couldn't really drag 5 or 6 of them in there, but I don't think 2 would hurt us very bad. It doesn't seem like there's a lot of damage going out during that phase. I mean, healers maybe disagree with me, but it seems like everybody's health stays pretty topped off, and the only damage is from that circle thing.
Yeah, as long as people are good on the circles, there's not much damage.
That would get us another, 10 or 15 seconds of DPS on the boss.
You know, you want to talk shit like that? Hold on.
So, quick punch. When you run out of carrots and you like it's time to get rid of the donkey, do you like put them in a show or something?
Have you ever had a
Just wanna
donkey
say
just
that
collapse on you?
I don't have donkey.
Maybe that's why your computer
Unless you
quits
count his
working.
girlfriend.
Oh, snap!
Alright, here we go.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
At last, the feeding hour.
Famous.
Good attack.
Let's do a Icar
Lots
burn
of
phase
Icar.
after this.
That was a good burn.
Sometimes it burns when I pee.
That's not a good burn.
I want to get that check.
Corruptors.
Corruptors.
Switch to Corruptor.
Death Flare.
Taunt. After those Corruptors, you'll need to burn Icar.
Time.
Burn the acres.
What is with you and your... Wow.
Bring the Icars in front of the boss, please.
Get on the whore.
Venus?
What's up?
What she said?
He is the only one here.
What'd you say? What?
I heard Jack say get on the whore. So I said
Oh.
Venus.
Taunt him when you can.
2 seconds.
Curing eats mana.
Does it fucking ever?
Corrupt.
Get the Corruptor, then the Death Glares. Actually, Corruptor, then burn Icars.
Let's burn the acres.
Get ready for phase 2.
Kill all acres before we go into the room.
Corruptor up.
Got a corrupt.
Everybody head in. Just demon stay out on the Corrupt.
We got it.
pop all your cooldowns.
Every blow struck at our heart will be repaid 1,000-fold.
Start heading out.
Everyone needs to head out.
4, 3, 2.
Good job on that DPS burn.
Very good.
Focus the skull. Interrupt group, get ready for destructors. They're going to be coming up.
Death Glare.
Death Glare. Death.
I got the first
We'll
interrupt
take this
there, by the way. Sorry.
It's fine. I'll get the next one.
Let's take out the Death Glares and burn the Ichors, and then we'll switch back to the Dominator. Light, let me know if you need help. Burn the Ichors.
Corruptor over.
Ichors,
2 corruptors up there. 3. 3 corruptors up.
We don't need to stand by the.
Run away, little girl. Run away. It's too far away.
Corruption on what, Kitty? I need to heal.
Corruptor's down. Let's finish off that Dominator. The Ichors will be following us, so burn them down quick.
Who are you starting?
Zura's got an Ichor on him, you take care of it.
We need to burn Ichors. Everyone burn Ichors.
Death Glare.
Interrupt group, get on the Death Glares. Everyone else burn Ichors.
I need a target. I need to get closer. I'm out of range.
Let's do another Ichor burn phase.
It's too far away.
I got him.
Run away, little girl. I need to get closer. I'm out of range. Rejoice, you have failed those who needed you.
2 corruptors.
Come on, get them down. They're over halfway dead. The one's on the left side.
Taunt if you can.
I need one off me.
Yeah, I don't know what we're doing wrong on that second phase 1. There's just a lot of stuff out there.
Yeah, those Corruptors just spewing a lot of shit.
I'm telling you guys, every single attempt, it's the spewed corruption that's killing us.
Yeah, there was 4 up that time.
I don't want to speak another blasphemy.
But we are making progression on the middle boss thing. And we're
Maybe
doing
we're just
good in the first phase. It's the second. We were having problems with the first phase. Now we're having problems with the second part of the first phase. So we are doing better.
The transition from first phase to second went smooth. From second to back to phase one went really well. But then about halfway through that second phase one, we just got overwhelmed. So
It mainly comes down to those Ickers really don't do much damage to you, even if you're tanking them. I mean, I'm DPS and I tank it with no problem. It's those corruptors that are absolutely ass raping our team.
Yeah, I think so. In the next phase one, we're just gonna have to switch everybody to the corruptors the second they come out, no matter what's going on. Like, even if we're in the middle of a Icker burn phase, we're just gonna have to stop and go kill them.
I was running low on mana towards the last of that.
Yeah, I mean, we made it pretty far into that phase one.
If you end up getting spewed corruption on you, don't fucking run halfway around the room. It takes 2 or 3 seconds, and if you're running halfway across the fighting area, you're LOSing your healers, and there's fuck all we can do about it.
We only had about 25% left in the first phase.
Yeah, no, I mean, we were almost there. I don't know if they always spawn in the same spot, but I know they spawn in the same orders. So when we get out of there, there'll be 2 Dominators up back here. They seem to always have been back here. And then while we're fighting those 2 Dominators, we'll get 2 Death Glares that spawn up there, kind of where that Dominator's at right now. And then right after that, I believe is when you get the 3 Corruptors that have been spawning over here. And then towards the end of that fight, we had 2 Corruptors that spawned all the way over here. And then shortly after that, 2 more that kind of spawned right in front of the boss. It's almost like, at that point, I almost wonder if we have to get through that phase before we get to that, because that is so many Corruptors. I mean, we had 4 Corruptors up and the Horror.
I don't think the Corruptors, when we go inside the tree thing, I don't think the Corruptors can spew inside there.
I don't want to take the chance and find out.
Well, I mean, we left them up when we first started doing this, and I don't think we were having an issue with any of the puddles inside.
Yeah, let me, I want to see if it mentions something about that. Because, I mean, technically, then you could just run in there and not even worry about those guys. If it was
the only ones you should worry about are the Ickers, because if they go inside, they immediately blow up, and they do raid-wide damage to everybody.
Hey, I have noticed something. That the Corruptors, after the Death Glare, they spawn in that back corner, like 3 of them do.
What are you fucking watching?
Porn.
Kubo.
Do you think my kids screaming are bad?
Yeah, really.
Like back here, 3 Corruptors spawn, and they've done it twice back here.
Yeah, they just rain down corruption on everybody.
I think your stuff, like the tentacles, seem to spawn at more or less the same places every single time.
I think they do. I haven't been able to confirm, but it seems like they spawn in the exact same spot every time.
They do. I'm looking at the strategy summary on Wowhead for this fight, and they've got it broken down, like at what times they come out, the location they come out, and how many of them, and everything.
Read off the second phase 1.
Alright, second phase 1, the 2 Dominators at 5 seconds, they spawn. At 30 seconds, 2 Death Glares spawn near the eye. 55 seconds, 3 Corruptor Tentacles spawn at the far right. And then a minute and 40 seconds, the Nightmare Horror spawns. And 2 minutes, 2 more Death Glares spawn to the left of the eye. And then at 2 minutes and 15 seconds, 2 more Corruptor Tentacles spawn it says the far left. So the exact opposite of where they spawn when the three are on the right.
That's the point we were at. So that was the last. That was the last tentacles right there. I mean, so we were literally almost there.
Is it talking back over here?
Yeah, they spawned all the way over there. 2 of them. So I think when we come out of the first phase 2, there'll be 2 dominators. What I think we need to do is burn one down, burn down the death glare, both of the death glares, burn the Ickers, and then get the other dominator down. And it would be nice if we could get all that done before the corruptors came out, the 3 that spawn over here. But if we can't, we at least have to get the dominator and then the 2 death glares and then burn the Ickers down. Actually, that's probably a more realistic goal. So we come out of phase 2, burn down one of the dominators, burn down the death glares. You'll have like 6 Ickers at that point, because you get 2 from each of the tentacles. Burn down those Ickers, and then just be ready for those corruptors. And we'll just, if we're ready for them, we can kill them that much faster, and then we can come back out here and take out that dominator. Because then after that, you have horror, and then corruptors and corruptors again.
So these dominators. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, and we do have to kill him during that second phase if we can get there. One thing says 50 seconds, one thing says 90 seconds, but he's not gonna reconstitute the eye anymore. He cast Final Torpor, and after that cast, he grows tired of battle and instantly kills anything in the area.
If it's 90 seconds, we could definitely do it. I mean, we had him down to like 46 in that first phase. The first phase 2. Now, mind you, we had Hero there, but if we can get him to 40, we can get him below 50% in the first phase 2, and we get extra time in the second phase 2, we can do it. Alright, let's give this, I'd like to do at least 2 more attempts. I think we almost have it.
What I was gonna say, the dominators are doing a ground slam. Whoever's got that target, you need to face it away from the raid. I'm noticing a lot of people are getting hit by it.
Yes, I try to face the dominator itself away from the raid, so it doesn't really matter though. So yeah, you're right though. If you get ground slam, you should make an attempt to face it like out towards this wall. There's usually not a lot of people standing near. Or like right now, you would want to face it towards that back wall, because you know nobody's going to be standing back. Everyone's going to run right to the dominator and be fighting them like I'm standing right now. So
yeah,
the logical place would be to that wall.
The good thing that we could do is all stack in front of it. I mean, it doesn't do a whole lot of damage. And then once someone gets the ground slam on you, move behind it so that way a grand slam behind and not hit everyone.
Yeah, you don't even really, if we all stack, you don't even have to go behind them, and you can just sidestep 90 degrees.
Yeah.
I'm ready. Sorry, I just didn't say.
Alright, you guys ready? We're gonna burn, oops. We're gonna burn this one first.
Left one. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
At last, the feeding hour.
Yeah, death.
Finish off the dominate. Finish off the death glare. Alright, burn Ickers. Get him closer to the boss. Closer to the boss. Get that last one closer to the boss. Horror's coming out. Everybody Get on it right away. Don't stand in front of it. Corruptor, switch to corruptors. After corruptors and death glares, we need to burn it.
I need to get closer.
I got 2 jet.
I need a target. I need to get closer.
Alright, pull the Ickers to the middle and burn.
It's too far away.
Get them nice and close to the boss so we don't miss any. Get that last one up close to the boss.
I need to get closer.
Alright, get
We
back
need
on
to kill
the
this
war.
nightmare.
I'm out of range.
Five seconds. Okay.
It's too far away.
Death glare.
Bring the Ickers.
Corruptor.
And
Corruptors, switch to the corruptors.
I need to get closer.
There's 2-1 on the other side too.
Do not AoE the Ickers yet. Now bring them into AoE.
It's too far away.
Get them up towards the boss. We don't want to miss this. We're ready to go inside.
Kill all the Ickers need to be down first.
Leave that last one up. Run inside.
Somebody's got that shit right on top of us.
Every blow struck at our heart will be repaid 1,000-fold.
Keep burning them, guys. Gotta get them below 50. Run those circles out.
Honestly, they need to be run completely out instead of just left in the room.
Out of the room, out of the room, out of the room. We lost a healer. Get her back up.
Out of
Get on
out
the
of
skull.
line of sight now. We can't get her up.
Burn the skull.
Corruptors should be coming up soon.
No, it's Death Glare first.
Death Glare.
Get the Dominator down. Alright, now switch to Death Glares. It's Death Glares and then burn the Icker. Corruptors are up.
Corruptors.
Tentacles up.
After these Corruptors, we have to burn Icker.
I have the gaze on me. Should I stay at the eye? Because all the things are falling.
We need to burn Ickers now.
It's too far away.
Make sure
Okay,
they
I
don't
need
die
some
until
heals
they
back.
get to the eye. I got him.
Pull him away.
Get those Ickers down.
Got him, Jack.
Alright, switch to that Dominator. He's got to go down.
I'm almost out of mana.
Death Glare. Death Glare.
Got him.
I'm basically out of heal.
Burn the Ickers.
Corruptors.
Down.
Get those Corruptors down.
Ickers. Don't kill him yet.
Corruptors.
Run away, little girl.
2 seconds.
Take him if you can, Jack.
Kill the Ickers and try to get in there with the boss.
Bring the Ickers here.
We got in the room.
I know. I knew I couldn't do anything, but I'm like, I'm going in there anyway. I mean, that, honestly, guys, we're making huge progress.
I think what hurt us the most was losing those 2 healers. Obviously, the one that got insta-shot by being in the room. And then, I mean, poor Elite. But yeah.
Yeah, she was right on the edge. I mean, it was so close. But, I mean, we're making huge progress, so we got it figured out.
I just ran out of mana. I couldn't keep everyone up.
Well, there are only 2 of you, so that was that. I underestimated the damage the Ikers do when they blow up. Those seem to be manageable, but
when they blow up, nobody should be around them. You have to move out of them. Too many of them blow up, you will die.
It's like 250k a shot.
Like when we're doing our burn phase on them, I drop my healing tide totem just in case people sit there and take it to the face.
Yeah, one
Which
thing
nobody should.
Who would do something
on the
like
Ickers
that?
as well. Make sure we're not stunning them too far away from the boss. I mean, it's great that we're stunning them, but just make sure we get them up close to the boss.
I need a minute. I'm pain meds are wearing off.
I'd like to make one change to the second phase 1 as well. We come out of there, we kill the Dominator, and then we kill the 2 Death Glares. I think we're going to have to kill the Dominator, kill 1 Death Glare, then switch to the Corruptors, and then the second Death Glare. We just can't seem to get both Death Glares and the Corruptors down before they start spewing stuff out. So it's going to have to be 1 Dominator.
Will he keep spawning stuff if you don't push him into the room? So you can just be out here forever if you don't kill enough Ikers?
I think so. It seems to be that once he goes through his entire spiel, he's done.
Because there was one time there when we had 3 Ikers with very little health, and some Corruptors spawned, but the 3 would have pushed the phase. So what happens then? Do we still got to kill the Corruptors after it goes
the
inside, or
corruptors will
what?
stay. Yeah, they'll stay up, so they'll be out there when you get out, and then you would have to deal with them and the 2 Dominators.
But
Hey, I
that
got
was
something.
going into the second phase, so.
But with
They'll
that,
stay up though.
But with that, we can have a couple people, since they take damage fairly quickly and die pretty quick. We can have a couple people, if there's too many of them outside still, we can kill them while everybody else moves inside.
Hey, so after we killed the Dominator, and we get the good Death Glares, leave like the stun team and like 2 people, and then every DPS move to where the Corruptors are gonna spawn.
Well, that's the thing. There's not an exact. We don't know the exact time.
There's a time.
Yeah, there's a time. Well, that's what I'm saying. So when we get out, last time we tried to kill 1 Dominator, 2 Death Glares, and then the Corruptions. But we didn't have enough time, so I'm saying we kill 1 Dominator, 1, I forgot his name, the Death guy, and then the Corruptors instead of 2. And it should time up about perfectly.
Actually, Jack, on those Death Glares, the people that are interrupting them should be able to kill them themselves. Because by the time... those 4 should be able to kill them by themselves, or those 5 or however many people we have interrupting. Nobody should jump on them at all. You guys should just worry about the Dominators. Because once 1 Death Glare is done, the group moves over to the next Death Glare, and you have pretty much all the interrupters on that 1 Death Glare.
Yeah, we have the Death Glares more or less neutralized.
We'll kill 1. So on the second phase 1, we'll kill 1 Dominator, and then we'll just go to the area that the Corruptors spawn.
Yeah, pretty much. The Death Glare people have it just fine. We've been able to kill them just fine.
Alright. We ready?
We got it. We got it.
I'm telling you, we're like right there. It was so close last time. I was in the room DPSing the boss, just on principle. Alright, burn the skull this time.
5,
oh, the skull's not popping
4,
up. The one on the right,
3,
burn him first.
2, 1.
At last, the feeding hour.
Death Glare.
Got 1 Iker on me if you can take it.
Alright, let's burn Ickers.
Need to get this Dominator down.
I need to get closer.
Yeah, Lightning Surge stunned him.
Yeah, they could be.
Hit him again, Zuri, if you can.
Burn the Ickers and then get on the whore. Corruptors. Switch to corrupt.
And 2 Death Glares.
I got the next one.
Jack, take.
After the tentacles, we have to burn Icker.
I'll get this one.
I got the first 3 interrupts, so I'm pretty sure you can have the fucking rest of them.
I noticed that. We need to do a burn.
Come on, burn down the Ickers. Like, try to drag them down around so they don't have to run so far.
Do you want to try to get Calendar?
Yes, get her up.
Everybody on the horror.
Don't be in front of them.
Yeah,
I
kind of.
got 5 seconds.
I need someone for interrupting.
On what?
Because I'm dead.
Oh.
And Death Glare up.
Death Glare left side. And a Corruptor left
Get
side.
the Corruptor.
And Corruptor upside.
Got it, Jack.
After this Corruptor, we have to burn
Jack, you're gonna have to take.
We need to kill this nightmare.
Don't phase the boss yet. You gotta kill the nightmare.
Death Glare.
Interruptors go to him, but everybody else on the night.
Got him, Jack.
Kill the Death Glare.
Oh, we got it. Kill the Ickers.
No, it has to die first. There we go. Get ready for the phase.
Run away, little girl. Run away.
Demon, stay out on that Corruptor.
There's 2 corrupt.
Run away, little girl.
We got him.
Move out if you have circles. Move out of the center. Sorry, it was me.
I have Corruption and the circle.
Yeah, sweet corruption reflects that.
We got too many people down. Let's just wipe it.
Just stay inside the room.
The end comes. 2, 1. Out! Out! You are not yet worthy.
So that answers the question about whether or not the Corruptors can spew shit into the room.
The answer is yes.
Yep.
And that's
do one
bad.
more.
There's no place to go.
I was under the eyeball and I lived.
The light saved you.
No, she used Divine Shield.
No, I didn't.
What'd you use then?
Nothing. I was just standing under the eyeball and he just spawned. I was like stuck inside of him.
Alright, let's give it one more good attempt. Everybody eat some food or use the runes if you have them. Anybody need food?
I'll take some food.
Me too.
You.
Ow.
So I was dropping Lightning Surge Totem on the Ikers in the burn phase, and it seemed to minimize the debuff going out. What else do we have that can do the same thing?
Who was another person that wanted food?
Kate 'em.
I can do crit and mastery food if people need it.
Yeah, I have versatility, but if you want one of those, let them know.
No,
Hey, Alex, give me crit.
versatility is my primary stat. Where are you?
On the ground.
Gracias.
Alright, this is it, guys. All buffed up. One good attempt, we'll have him down.
Reapply all raid buffs. Let's do this.
Here you go, fella.
If you still have the Whispering Crystal from Warlords, it'll give you 100 of your main stat and 100 stamina. Still works. Alright, everybody buffed up.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
At last, the feeding hour.
Nice job. Death Clara.
I got the next one.
Let's burn Iker. Don't stun them until they get close to the boss.
Any other stun?
Nice. Almost every single one of those hit the boss. Let's get on the Nightmare right away. I think Corruptors are coming soon, but let's get a nice burn on the Nightmare first. Corruptors are up. Switch to Corruptor.
Gotcha.
There's a Death Glare. After these Death Glares, we'll burn the Ichor.
Grab him, Jim.
Watch out. Sorry, I was turning them so I wasn't pointing at the healer.
My stun went out. Anybody else?
It's too far away. I'm out of range.
Everybody on the Nightmare.
Alright, burn the Nightmare down.
Gotta pull him back some. Alright, Jack, take him.
Burn the nightmare down. He's almost dead. Switch to the corruptors. Start burning down the Ickers while they finish off the Death Glare. Oh, he's dead. Yep, burn down the Ickers. We're going into the next phase. Get him nice and close to the boss. Head in. Everybody head in.
Need a res when you come out on calendar.
Circles weren't moved out far enough. There you go, that's good.
Everyone should start moving out.
Start moving
Yeah,
out.
everybody head out. Everybody head out. We don't want to lose anybody. Let's get a battle res on Kalindra.
Oh, that was close.
Everyone on the skull. Or the square. Come on, we gotta get him down.
Both there's a Death Glare.
Alright, head to the corruptor area. After corruptors, we have to burn Icker.
I'm out of range.
Can someone get the Icar
Burn
off?
Ickers. Burn Ickers.
Bring him to the
Move to the boss. We'll kill him.
I still gotta down to the Dominator.
I know, you gotta wait. Come on, get all the Ickers down. I'll take the whore.
We need to down the Dominator first.
Where the fuck is light?
He's attacking the Dominator.
Finish off the Dominator.
Death
All right.
glares.
Get the Death Glare.
Got him, Jay.
Corruptors.
I'm out of range.
Corruptor's far left side, and then burn Ickers.
See corruption. That's not step.
I got him light.
Okay, we need to burn Ickers.
Don't push the boss before we kill this nightmare.
It's a lot of Ickers. Get him in. Dropping lightning surge.
Got him, Jay.
Need another stun if you got.
Corruptions are up too.
Stunned up. We'll have to kite the Ickers, kill the corrupt.
Run away, little girl. Run away.
Take him if you can, Jack.
Run away, little girl.
Kill the Ick.
He's about to.
Alright,
go
switch to
into
the
his
horse,
phase.
switch to the horse. Don't kill those Ickers.
Got him, Jack.
We got this, guys.
Wait, don't
We just
stand
gotta
in
kill
front.
the horse.
Death glares.
Death glares. Interrupt team. Everybody else stay on that horror.
Oh, I'm down. I'm one of the interrupters.
Corruptors to the left.
Once that corruptor's down, we need help on the Ickers. I mean the tentacles.
Three seconds. Got him.
More corruptors.
Corruption.
Jack, you gotta take.
More death glares, back corner.
Oh my god. If you finish off this horror, we can push the face. He's at 3% health.
As soon as the horror goes down, kill the death glares.
Got him.
Never mind, another horror spawned.
Wipe.
It's a wipe.
Yeah, somehow
No,
we have to
horror
find
was
time to
up
kill
too
that
long.
horror. Like, I don't know where, but we just have to find time to kill him, because the only reason we didn't push that phase is because we were waiting to kill the horror. But the other stuff kept spawning, so...
You know, another idea too is this. You know, we could try to keep some of the melee DPS on the horror since that's stationary, and have a lot of the range DPS on the corruptors that seem to be popping up everywhere because they really don't have a lot of life.
Yeah, well, most of our melee is part of the interrupt team.
Well, that's what I'm saying though. Like, the interrupts are generally in the center, in the same place, kind of more or less where the horror is tanked. But the corruptors are usually on the far outsides, and when the corruptors are on the far outside, it's like the DPS, the melee, have to run through or run around all the purple shit on the ground to get out there just to come back in. That's a lot of like wasted time.
All right, yeah, let's try it.
There's two ranged.
Yeah, I don't know if we can hang.
There lies the other problem.
Another thing is, I just don't know if we have enough DPS. Like, a lot of us are kind of still under item level for this place.
Yeah, the DPS actually doesn't look too bad. I mean, that last fight, it was literally like we were just waiting to kill the horror. That's all we were waiting for. I mean, if we would have killed him, all we had to do is kill 3 more Ickers, and we would have pushed the phase.
I'd like to point out that regardless of how close you were, none of your healers had mana.
Yeah.
I already used a mana pot. The Pally had been down since just after the end of the second phase.
Yeah. So we have a little bit of work
But in
to
all
do.
fairness, a lot of the damage taken can be avoided. You know, during when we're killing the Icarus, you know, tons of people are standing those AOE's, and that's completely unnecessary damage.
Yeah.
We got to keep the Icar next to the boss, so.
No, absolutely. But again, this is where having more ranged DPS would be highly, useful.
Well, if anyone pays for a boost, I'll level up a hunter. I mean,
Well, I wanted to reroll monk, but that doesn't help.
I do think
mean,
the stuns of the Iker is definitely working in terms of us spending mana on decursing. So the more we can get that done, the better when they're hanging around the boss.
Yeah, well, I don't know who's been calling out stuns, but I like that, and when you do, I go over there and use mine.
Well, I have an AoE stun, so as soon as I see all the Ikers like grouped up, I pop it as well.
Yeah, just keep rolling those. That's really helping me anyway.
Well, you want to give it another attempt? I mean, we're getting close. You just feel like if we just got lucky once, we'd get him down. Like, that was our second time that we were just that close.
And regardless of whether or not we get him tonight, I'm sure another week of getting a bit more gear, maybe
Well, we
getting
also
some enchants, maybe
have to
getting
look at
some
this.
food, some pots, it would probably help.
Definitely.
Alright, 1, 2, 3, ready, check, go.
Each first phase we've been doing,
No,
when we're
no,
going
shut
to the
up,
second
let's do it.
phase. Gems.
Don't think, just do. Don't think, just
but
do.
like I was saying, is each attempt that we've been doing when we go into the second phase, his health has been dwindling down even more.
Death glare.
Zero's got an Iker on him.
Alright, let's burn Ickers.
First lightning surge totems out. They're stunned.
I'm too far away from the boss right now. Let him get closer,
okay.
I'll stun him again.
I've got my stun.
Pull him in closer,
So
guys.
Jack
Pull him in
gun.
closer. Pull those last ones in. Alright, let's get a nice burn on this nightmare before anything comes up. Corruptor.
Death glare.
Got him.
I need to target something first.
Another Iker on Zero.
Let's burn Ickers.
Take him if you can.
Can't get mine out. No path available.
Alright, get back on the whore. Let's get him down real quick and then we'll burn Ickers again.
I'm out of range.
Got it, Jack.
Finish him off.
I don't have a target.
Pull the Ickers up here. Let's get all 4 on there. That'll leave him with 10%.
Mine's on cooldown, Zuri. Can you do?
Got him.
No one's
Got
on
him.
cooldown as well.
Death Glare. And Corruptor.
2 corrupt. Get them all down real quick. We'll burn them and we'll be in there. Alright, bring the Ickers up here.
Hold on.
Stuns out.
My stuns out.
Everybody in, everybody in.
Jesus Christ, this is
Everyone out.
Everybody needs to head out.
Everybody out, everybody out. Come on, nobody trapped.
Jesus.
Nice. Whatever that chain thing
That
was.
rogue chain Clint.
Got him down to what?
Everybody
40?
on the skull, everybody on the skull.
39 or 38?
38.
Good. Don't fuck it up. Just stay focused.
Death glares are out. Kill the Dominator first.
Zer's fixated.
Corruptors are coming soon. Alright, Corruptors are up. After Corruptors, we have to burn the Icker.
Get those Ickers up by the boss.
One stun out.
Burn them down, and then we gotta get on that Dominator.
Next stun if you can.
4 is out.
I need to get closer. It's too far away. I'm out of range.
Alright, interrupt group is on the whore.
Death players.
Actually, sorry, we need to burn the Ickers. Shit, we need to kill the...
Got him, Jack.
There's a lot of Ickers up.
Kill him.
Corrupt.
Take him if you can, Jack.
Everybody needs
After the Corruptors, we gotta get on the whore.
I need a target. I'm out of range.
Got him, Jack.
4 Corruptors
We
up.
just lost 2 people to spew. This isn't gonna work.
We got 7 Ikers out.
Few corruption on Fox there.
I just don't know when to kill that whore. Like, I think that's what's really fucking everything up, is that whore. But there's
That's why
like
I tried
there's
to stay on
nowhere.
the horror.
I know I'm trying to find a time to break in and burn them down. I just don't know when to do it. The only thing I can think is that we'll have to burn him down when he comes out and just ignore everything else until we can.
Yeah, you
I
can
need
try
to
that.
take a bio.
Quick Punch said, is bring the horror near the whatever.
Tentacles?
So they can bring
Yeah,
down.
but if someone stands in front of them or misses steps, they're one shot dead.
It's hard to bring him up there because of that. Yeah, he's gonna drop corruption wherever you bring him. So if you bring him up by the destructors, he's gonna be putting corruption in front of the boss, and then he shoots a beam out the front. So that's gonna hit everybody. Like if you have him up by the tentacles, he's gonna be shooting the beam all over everybody.
And if that beam hits anybody other than a tank, it's going to instantly kill them.
I don't know, guys. I say we call it for tonight, but
Yeah, we might just not have the